Hello there, friends. I'm back. Your friendly neighborhood horror, back again with this delightful little piece. We had a lot of fun last time. A lot of things happened. We learned so much. Mostly that we know nothing at all. So we're just gonna... Oh, I didn't want to save that. Let's see. So I wanted to do this one a little bit differently. I guess we just start a new game. Interesting. So because I have not had a reason to roll a lot of dice lately, I've decided to kind of leave a lot of choices to my dice rolls for fun to see where it leads us.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm so excited. I just want to roll dice for fun. I dropped a D4. That's gonna damage me later if I don't pick it up now. Where did it go? Well, I'm dead later. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, it's in the corner. Haha, cannot hurt my feet if it's in the corner. Alright. Let's let our narrator get through some stuff. I don't think these first ones really have too much of an impact, unless we decide just not to go, and that's how we meet our dear, dear stranger princess. Why can I never find a D4 when I'm looking for one? Why is life hard? Oh, there's one. It was just clear. I could not see it. Let's see. Who do we start with? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 choices. So we're just gonna do... I think we're just gonna make our decision on our own for these first ones. Or not. I should have had this all prepared. I thought I had grabbed everything I would need. There it is. Didn't even have to look too hard. Sweet. So... Option 10. So that'd be 11. Silently continue to the cabin.
Make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
She'll lie to you.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right?
But I like her. She's pretty.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Because nothing bad ever happens. Out pillow shopping. Aw, have fun, bear.
The interior
Thank
of the
you.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I swear I was hearing this line in my sleep. Alright, so we only have 2 options. So I'm going to go evens or odds. So, odds. So we're going to take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That means we're already going to go antagonistic. Let's go. She's going to be so mad.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
This is fun. Much easier when I don't have to think.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Got my whole assortment ready.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Me?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, so straight up 4. 3.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down.
That's
and
always a
still
good
look at
option.
you.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
This is already turning into exactly my first playthrough, minus the
You
stranger.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Sup, girl?
There's a heavy.
She's so coldly beautiful.
It's like she can see into
Really
my
is out of the
souls.
world.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm a Boy Scout. I am true to my word. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this one. 3, 2, 3. I haven't decided
How about you
yet.
drop the knife, and the two of us just talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
She seems very nice. I don't think she would turn against us
It's
whatsoever.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
But what am I becoming? I mean, I could be someone. Right, so evens and odds. Evens.
The blade
We dropping it,
tumbles
boys.
out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
She looks very
Just make
reasonable.
sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward
I can
start
do that
to a
too.
relationship.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 options. So we're going to go with a D10. This first one is definitely just going to be, so an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you? You're lying.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
I feel like that is my established right as the one not in chains. Eight. So there are 8 left. Number 8. All right, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
You're here to use the force upon her. 2, 3. So 3 options. We are gonna go with option number 2.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
What if I imagine harder?
Guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Only the key to my own heart.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Oh, so we only got 2 options. So evens and oddsies. Evens.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She's the smarter of the relationship.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Hey, hi.
If we were stuck down here
Hello,
for long
Eric.
enough, I'm
Welcome
sure we'd be
back.
nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Anything to finally be free.
I'm doing a
attempt to
game
make
of
your way
chance
out
right
of the
now.
basement.
Is this Minecraft? Yes, this is still Minecraft. With dice. I've got a bunch of dice next to me, and I'm rolling for decisions.
Someone else here.
This is going to be a completely random thing. Option 3.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
I just really wanted to roll dice, and this seemed like a great game for it.
Simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
I already feel like we're getting some different dialogue.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they told me that I gotta do a sentence at least 5 minutes.
Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Don't threaten me with a good time, good sir. Alright, so 2 options. So evens and oddsies. So evens.
Against your better judgment,
Whoa.
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
We could have just, like, went higher up, though, I'm realizing, because we could have just slipped her wrist out.
The blade is sharp, and you
Oh,
make quick work of
sinew.
it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She
Also, I
didn't
don't
so
think you
much as
get
utter
through
a
bone
sound.
that easy. You need more of a
Free from
serrated
her
blade.
bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
What's up, girl?
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain level?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I'm gonna say a solid 8. Do none of them have pain receptors? Probably not. Alright, so approach the locked door. We don't have any other options.
Any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the
That's
world.
easy. We don't even have to roll for that.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
Da da
forward
da
and
da
raises the
dun
blade.
dun dun da da.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Dee 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 dee. It's like Psycho. Dee 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 dee. That looks like a lot more than 20 choices, so I'm gonna say we're just gonna go for evens and oddsies. Evens is slay the princess. Oddsies is warn her. Evens is slay the princess.
Bring the blade down.
We stab
point it
her.
Into the prince. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches.
She's like,
turning around
what the
to
hell?
stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
Not really.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Do it.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
I can beat you to death with the one I cut
I
off.
don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Look, you cut her in line at the store instead of cut her, yeah. Alright, evens and oddsies again. So...
As the blade falls from
She's
her
gonna
trembling
punch
hand,
us.
The princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
Ow!
Knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again.
So far the dice have just gotten me
Every
beaten.
blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place.
She
If we're
looks so
very lucky, it will kill her before she
deserved. I had it coming.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
Now she's taunting me while I'm down.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her
I
slight
really
form
wonder
could
what's gonna
possibly
happen now.
possess.
Which one is this gonna bring us
It
to?
can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over.
Yo, is she gonna like stab us with her bone?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Girl, you got stabbed. You got me. You wake the tower. Ooh, I think that's a new one. I don't think we got that.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
We're
it
already
will
doing
be
great.
The end of the world.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So I don't think these matter much, but I'll roll anyway because I like rolling. So we're just gonna go. I could just turn around and leave. That was an 8, so it's technically my choice because there's only 7 options. She's going to kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Joke's on you.
If he doesn't remember
I am
what
neither
happened,
skilled
then
nor
maybe
courageous.
It's best to keep it that way.
You're on a path in the woods. Okay, leave.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and
I'm really good at letting her kill me,
much
though.
more
She's done it
difficult
numerous
than ever
times.
if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Alright. Alright, 2. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will
Yes,
lie.
yes.
We might as well. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being
Ooh,
realistic.
there we go.
You're being annoying. Just
Guys,
ignore
guys,
her
let's not
ignorance.
fight.
Whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic.
You know what?
that
You
would be
never
for
stab
everyone,
her in the
yourself
neck or the head.
included.
I
agree.
pledge? I
If
would
she's
like to
wrongfully
pledge
imprisoned,
myself.
Then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
No, I'm
Rescue her.
listening to this
Given the
pledge
stakes of
myself.
the situation, there
My
isn't
allegiance
really
is fickle.
a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those.
I think there
knuckleheads
is a
and
way to
focus
get her
on
to, like,
saving the world.
Cut her own
It's
head
not
off.
harder than it has to be.
I just don't know how to do that. Proceed
That's
into
what
the
you
cabin.
want. I guess I don't have a say here.
Into it we go. What awaits us, no one knows.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more
Why do I
grandiose
have
than
to
the
climb?
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Our character's like super big. I can't imagine he's going to take that ladder
Blade
very
is
well.
your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we
I
feel
could
so
guess it's death.
small?
That's pretty good. Pretty good solid desk. Why do we feel so
We don't
small?
feel small. We are small.
Oh. All right, so we're up to 4. 3. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
All right. And 1.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, he's right there. I can see him.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
This is my
I'm
kind of
sure
guy.
If we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminder.
That's why I don't look in mirrors.
It would only make things worse.
I don't want to see my true self.
Last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Absolutely perfectly normal. Never looked better, even.
Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Where it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5. Option 2.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again and see how dreadful.
Where's the blow up the hut option? You know, that's a good question. I would also like to see that option.
I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
A lot
I'm
from
not
what we've
lying
learned.
to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
Yeah. Bernhard, why do you lie to me all the time? Nope. Only 2. Badoop. Option 1. Approach the mirror
You walk up to the wall next to the
and have it vanish.
It's a
Dun dun dun. Are we crazy? Are we mad even? Yeah, probably a little bit.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Not as ridiculous as your face.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Man, you remind me of my high school in her voice. Alright, let's go. Rock and roll, baby. I got a date with Destiny, and probably the bottom of some princess's
The
shoe.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing
She
a
gonna
spiral
kick my
staircase
teeth in.
with steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Ooh, incense. What kind?
For a moment,
I'm really into white
almost feel
sage.
at ease.
And mugwort. Mugwort's really good too.
This is actually kind of nice.
Ooh, kind of nice even.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't know.
Booming voice
Nice
rolls up the stairs.
Proper tower alone in the middle of the woods in a cabin? Incense?
Is that a guest I hear?
Uh-oh.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
That does not sound good.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming.
Whoops.
She wasn't like this last
I think we
time.
made her mad. We have broken her.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
I don't know if I need to
Should
see
we be
anything.
worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
She will grant us death, my one true
It
wish.
doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
It could
So
matter.
if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming.
This is
thing.
exciting. I like where we're going.
Every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
What? She got a temple? I want a
The
temple.
princess
Whoa,
towers
damn.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Yo, I'm not upset about this.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Love and affection, mostly pets though. Probably cookies.
You brought that
cookies.
knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I think she likes me.
Drop it.
Alright, we got two options. Let's go. Evens and oddsies. Oh, evensies.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp,
It didn't matter.
clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? You're really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Tower
Once
mommy.
we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better
I
snap
mean,
yourself out of it.
We're in her presence right now. I feel like it's going a
Kneel.
certain way. Oh, yes, Mom. Alright, we got two options. What are we going to do? That's an evensy.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
What?
buckle, and your
Here we go.
knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Well, you know the meaning of insanity. Trying
What
again.
draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
Kumquats.
Last time we
Mostly.
met, I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I'm pretty certain she already knows, buddy. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
I mean, not when you put it like that, actually.
You're less broken than I thought.
A slay queen. Tower Mommy has become the new
Perhaps
goal.
you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
You know what? Maybe, yeah, actually. That sounds pretty good. Let's go.
Up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
We didn't ask you.
No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
I got a feeling I know what she's planning.
So eye falls on the blade.
We're gonna stab
You feel
ourselves.
the weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, cool.
You reach forward.
Pick up the blade, I guess.
Grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I'm gonna kneel. No, I wanna kneel forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft
Man, this is a Burger King.
The moment seems to last a lifetime. The
Dude, this is a
silent
Wendy's dog.
anticipation of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
You know, there's nothing I like more than a strong, independent woman.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this. The only option. Nothing else. How's that gonna go? We're gonna end this, yeah.
We'll end this all right.
Oh dear. Night night.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Right. We only have two options, even though there's a third one we can't get. So evens and oddsies. We're gonna slay ourselves.
You can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
But I want to do blind
The
devotion.
blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Man narrator.
Quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
There's a few other things in here, ma'am.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Haha, she knows who you are too.
Is she talking about you?
You shouldn't be talking.
Possible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
I think everything's pretty small in your gaze, ma'am.
shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I'm just a
I don't
poor
care
boy.
what you are. You're mine.
Oh.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
You're defying the laws of physics. That's a bit unfair. She made the laws of physics. She can do it. It's allowed.
No.
All right, night
When I
sleepy
see
time.
you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will.
I promise.
Nobody asked you, dude.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark. And you
And
die.
you die. That was delightful.
In the woods. And at the end of that path. Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin. Excuse me?
Oh, the Contrarian's back. I love that guy.
Man, we can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, what, 5 times already? I think this is 3. Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them.
He's still my
I
favorite.
care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5.
Yeah, at least 2. Wait. Yeah, at least 2.
Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are
I had to
too
think
big
about that
and
for a real solid second.
Numbers like 5. Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of
He's
us can
throwing around
come
such
to
big
a
words.
Whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5. You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value. If you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
My moral compass points to questionable at this point, I think.
Right makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
She touched me in certain ways,
what?
mostly mentally.
Because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question. I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry.
But I like it when she's
Would
angry.
only have made things worse for all of us. Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves. Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants. You all talk
Perfect.
about
Excellent. I love it.
choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to
Morals
the
are for
will of a
nerds.
god.
I'm rolling dice to make my
I'm gonna
decisions,
tell you
so
right there, she is not a god, and the more times you
still
fail,
counts.
the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
Oh, so we have to protect the princess from the dangerous cabin by slaying the cabin now. I understand. So we got 5. So we're gonna need a d6. Option number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But
Run
even the
away!
earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Runaway did not work.
The end
I repeat, runaway did not work.
beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Proceeding to the cabin. Let's
You step forward.
Snapdragons. See?
Flung backwards, violently slamming into a
I
tree.
told you the cabin was violent. She took care of it. Witness your better's ascension. Oh, hot damn.
In paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Sup, girl?
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its
Friend, that don't look like a tree.
your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Are we gonna try and kill a god? Well, okay, we have 3 options. We're gonna roll the d4. That's option 3, embrace your new goddess.
Spiting him, it is.
You don't know what you're doing.
The dice told me to do it, baby. I'm sorry.
Fun.
Fill the empty seat by my side. Join me for a new dawn.
Yeah, alright, bet.
You fool. You can feel the pull of her gravity catch you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Come to me.
Her words are like a gentle tug, drawing you closer to the mountain of her body.
This has gone so much better than I could have ever have
You
hoped it
land
would.
softly on her shoulder. Her skin is warm and comforting. This really is.
Oh, and there he
Is
goes.
he
He's
dead?
vanishing.
We're still here.
The night sky unweaves into a textured nothingness. He does not respond.
Everything is gone. Us and her. This is her power. This is where we're meant to be.
Biblically accurate confusion.
He's really gone. Huh, that's unexpected. But he would have said something by now if he were still here. Right? Yeah. Never knew when to shut up, that one. It's part of why I liked him so much. Half of all it took to make him disappear was saying no once. What happens now?
This world is but an illusion, keeping us from my ascension. A play of shadows dancing on the wall.
The princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers into its divine flesh. Her touch is soft. Why do we know that?
May be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are part of this now.
See? This is nice. We're safe. She's helping us. She's helping everyone.
Her grip tightens and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension, like an endless sea of hands falling on you one after another, before finally collapsing in on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness. All right, 4 it is. Let's go. Option 1.
It will be over soon, little bird. And then your eyes will open, and all of this pain will seem but the fading memory of a distant dream.
Soon? Soon? Does that mean there's gonna be more? My only comfort is that he isn't here to see us suffer. He would love that, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, he would. The textured nothing is ripped open, and with it, you are ripped open. Amid a sea of dissociative pain, you can feel everything that is you pouring out into the ether. And you feel something else too. Anger, a need to lash out and hurt that which is hurting you.
Yes. Hurt her. Do something, anything, to make it stop.
No. If suffering is what she demands of us, suffering is what we'll give. Why would I doubt our God?
It is so tempting to see what's on the other side of that great big nothing, but I think I'm gonna lose myself if this goes on for much longer. Why do we have to be the ones going through all this pain while she gets all the benefits?
These are real questions.
Blasphemer. We have been given the gift of offering ourselves to a higher purpose, and you spit in its face.
Man, the broken sounded a lot like the smitten. Alright. Evens and oddsies. So we got evensies, which makes me sad. I kind of really wanted to do the other. You continue to lose important pieces of yourself. The memories of entire lifetimes lived faded away into a space where your only recollection of them is that something used to be there. You die and are reborn, and die and are reborn, shrinking and shrinking again and again until there is no you left to die or shrink.
So well, little bird. Behold the fruit of your anguish.
Eyes open. Are they yours? They don't feel like yours anymore, but there's no other word to describe what they belong to.
Where are we? Does it even matter? Here, there, it's all the same.
You're all starting to sound like me.
Ah, cool. Check that out. Your vision focuses, revealing what has been done. The world has opened up, and beyond it is something beautiful.
What is that?
Yeah, I kind of want to go too. Looks neat.
I want to be there.
It's where we're supposed to be.
Can we come back if we go there? I don't want to go there if it means we can't come back.
I want to know if I can mulligan. Oh. The princess steps forward, bringing you both to the edge of this something beautiful. It is dizzyingly fast. Look at that, though. That's fun. But neither of you cross the threshold. There is a roaring like underground thunder. She has stopped in place.
Were we supposed to stop? I don't think this is over.
After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
Oh, it's like a sped up version of grass growing. That's neat. You look down. At the princess's feet writhes a shifting mound. A mass of hands clambering over each other, crawling their way up her body. They start to pool. The mound becomes a sea, and the princess struggles to stay afloat, to keep the two of you close to the hole, in the world, and the light of something beautiful beyond, but she is drowning. No, my big ol' queen! As the sea rises, she pulls you from her shoulder and holds you above the tide. You turn back to look at her.
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
Now she's... Whoa! Hands reach over hands, pulling at her face, dragging her down into the frigid depths. She is tired, and the life fades from her eyes.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
Aw, she even apologized to me. What a queen. The princess summons the last of her strength, her face a shield of purpose and determination. In her final act, she hurls you to the hole in the world, towards the something beautiful beyond.
Fly, little bird.
Tweet, tweet. Also, welcome back, friendo.
No, I don't want to be somewhere she isn't. It would always be dark without her.
It's because she was so bright with all those hands crawling
It's what
over
she
her.
wants for us. But can we make it?
Yeah, see, it's just sped up grass growing over and over again. It's a time-lapse video. That's kind of cool.
Of course we can. We can do whatever we want. And I believe in her.
She hasn't lied to us yet. She said she would kill us, and she killed us. She said our penguin would make something new. It did. But the hole seals before you can make it to the other side. There is time to bask in what lies beyond. It is not now. So this is what weed feels like? Not quite. Can you get out and break the cycle? Find out next time. As you turn to look back at her, you see that she is gone. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Receive grace from a divine being. Alright, so we got 4 options. Also, if you're just joining us, we're rolling dice for decision making because
I'm begging you, don't.
I want to roll dice. And so far it got us to this ending. And we did so much. Alright. Evens and oddsies? Evensies.
It's different
Oh,
now.
oddsies.
It feels, I don't know, final.
It's only
Yeah,
final
don't
if you
look at it.
believe.
I don't like that thing. I don't want to look at us.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I'm beautiful. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. It's just her big ol' head.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
So that's a full 12. Ah! So option dos. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my
Ah, it's like
own.
poking her in the eye. Don't do that. That
This
was my
one
god.
sits at the cusp of awakening. A new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
It's like the new god got eaten by the old god. So 11. Option 2 again. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
You know what? You bring up very good points. Alright, so we're down to 10. Alright, option 1. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city.
That did not answer my question. What? I'm solitary lights in an empty city. Yeah, I want to ask that, but this wouldn't be a left to fates thing. Option 4. I'm a person.
A person. A set
Lame.
of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
I'm a great old one.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You can just touch your lips. Alright, so we're down to 9. Option 6. Do we know each other? That's a
You
good
are
question.
familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Hey. Well then, hello. I feel sadness and hope when I look at you. Strange. Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Why is she still here? We're in the long quiet. So this is the actual god. Alright, so that's going to be option 4. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What was 1 becomes 2 becomes 1 again. So 6. We're down to a solid D6. Sweet! Option 5. What happens now?
Nothing as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
and we are meant to murder them. This sunlight is just slowly right in my face. I want the clouds to come back.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a
Fix
creature
this.
of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
There we go. A little bit better. You got spagats. Nice.
Bring me more perspectives.
Bring
so
me
that I
more
may be
sacrifices.
whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I have six options, and we're going with option number 1. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
What does it mean to live? That's a better question. Ooh, option 5. Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
But I don't think I will.
You won't.
What a bitch. Chapter 1. A Tefering.
You're on a path in the woods. and
To
at the
live
end of
means
that
to eat
path
spagat.
Is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And that princess
You're
is a
here
cabin.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And pet kittens. Oh gosh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $12. My choice. Okay. Thanks for telling me what to
It's all
do.
part of the job. You make your way
Keep
up
it simple.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
She likes to give
Warning
hugs
before you go any further.
and sometimes step on you.
She will lie.
And that's
She
okay.
will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go.
But she
through it,
talks so
right?
nice to me.
She's a princess.
I just want to
Supposed
believe.
Save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We proceed into the cabin. What awaits us is most assuredly death.
The interior
Maybe
of the cabin
love.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And then just stab her. Alright. The biggest option of all. Evens or oddsies. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the table.
We're going
It'd be rather
antagonistic,
difficult to
part
slay the
2.
princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement. I like that she can
The
hear
door
you
to
pick up the
basement
blade.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint
Hint
of
of
rot
rot.
filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This just makes me feel like I need to up
Her
my
voice
DM game.
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds
John
dangerous.
Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
Don't let it fool you.
His
It's
name
all
is my
part of the
name too.
manipulation.
Alright, so 4 again. Option 1. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on
Hi.
down.
Hello. God, why is that sun right in the wrong way? Alright, we'll come back here. Don't be a stranger.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Sup?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I just brought the knife for safety. So 6. The knife is my emotional support knife. Oh yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea.
Simp.
Just drop the knife. Maybe the two of us can talk.
Huh, yeah,
things
he
out.
caught me.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare.
Don't tell me how to live my life, narrator.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Wouldn't that make us the monster? Alright. Evens and oddsies? Evensies.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Knife will never betray me. Knife is friend. Knife is life.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh my god, who are we gonna get next time? Dice.
Oh?
You already gave us a god.
Fine.
How do we go up from here?
What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
No, I can throw it.
So, you
I know
should
how to
just
throw.
Drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Alright, end it. So we got 4 options. Which one is it gonna be? Come on, make me a winner. Option number 1. Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I don't know how to be civilized. Have you met me? I got voices in my head. A knife is my best friend. Option 1 again. I'm not dropping the blade.
I'm not talking to you.
Well, I guess we're at a impasse. Option 1 again. This D4 is rigged.
I guess we are.
That was 3 1s in a row.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
No, this is a battle of wills,
Or
sir.
drop the blade. Do something.
Alright, it gave me option 2.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely.
I'm such an obstinate fuck.
She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Oh my god.
You'll have to blink eventually. Just wait.
I'm sorry, this is so good. Alright, evens and oddsies. Alright, we got evensies. Slay the princess.
Charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Listening to the knife. Wise choice. Alright, evens and oddsies. Evensies.
Are you
We die.
serious?
Oh, that was oddsies, sorry. That one gets me
Wounding
every
your
time.
leg is too much for you to bear. Collapse to the floor of the basement, rapidly bleeding. The princess stands over you with an intense curiosity as you fade.
Hello.
Oops.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
She was like, whoops. The razor.
You're
Ooh.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What voice are we gonna get anyway? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we roll that D8. I think my dice might be loaded. So an 8, so I choose.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then Maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Liar.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Option 3, turn around and leave.
And away we go.
Good call. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Well, instead of, like, kidnapping the princess and eating the princess, let's just slay the princess.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Alright, I don't want to get the other one, so we're just gonna not leave it to chance on that one.
The attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This cabin got wrecked, son.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so 4. That is going to be option 3. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
And roll again. Option 4, my choice. Fuck the mirror. Let's just go to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once
I'm gonna get a
be
splinter. I
stairs.
can feel it.
The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood.
See you, man. Thanks for hanging out.
What sounds
Have
like
a good day.
rhythmic
Or night.
scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her will probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
This narrator hasn't helped us at all.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
She gonna eat us.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Hey, what up?
She remembers us.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to eat me?
Somebody, quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice.
Or the smirk on
She
her
just wants us
face.
to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
This is just my friendly knife.
You are here to rescue me, right?
If I say yes, will you stab me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, 13. I don't happen to have a D15, so we'll just try it this way. Nope. Ah, 13! Screw it!
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Man, she looks fake.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Nah, she got jelly
Your
hands.
focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
I don't like how Hee came out and you're not smiling.
What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
I'm calling shenanigans too, buddy. I feel you.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful
Well.
squelch, she does just that.
That didn't seem fair at all.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. The Alms Race.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Alright, he wins. I like him.
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait,
Yes,
use
he
the
took
word?
over.
What did you just do? I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Who has the power of narrative power now? So it's me.
Option anymore. We have to fight.
Ooh, the hunted's back.
It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Wait, did we just get 2 voices?
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart.
How did we get
Do
2
you
extra
realise that
voices this
every
go
time
around?
You fail, she escapes, and an entire world is damned to destruction.
We
right?
don't know that.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Or do hunted
Let's
and
just
stubborn
go
just come
first,
together?
shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure. You take
Uh-oh.
it before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep us.
I don't think I'm in control anymore, boys.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. We could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Would call
There
roommates.
is no door, it's just that
Okay.
mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Ooh, yeah, I can see reality. I can see straight through it.
From behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
I approach the mirror, I
Make
guess.
your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Cheetah has definitely taken
Reach
taken
forward
control
and
of us a
push
little
it.
bit.
No,
We've
no, no,
lost
stop.
options.
How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just
Mirrors
get
aren't
to the
real.
Princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, and unintentional and unfortunately
We just went
slippery,
down a slippy
quickly
side.
skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance.
What's up, girl?
Gives you a rise.
I'm sure it's fine.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
I'm glad that you're being honest with
But
me.
don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
I feel like she's really good at killing us, though.
Does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Well, they're dead to us now.
Isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal journey is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms dropped twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Optional Rizzer.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 options, so we roll a d8. Once again, the dice have been in control of all this. We have not made a single decision for ourselves. So we're going with option 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we are actually flirting with her. Like, legit, there's just, it was a 4.
Romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Like, rolling the dice has accidentally made us create a new god, and now this monstrosity.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not.
I'm into it.
I agree with Stubborn, let's go.
I can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute.
Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
They said one word. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give her the look. Oh my god, what is gonna happen? Option 1. I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks.
I'm dead.
Wide
I'm
grin
so
crosses
dead.
her face.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still gonna kill you, though.
Or not.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you.
Oh man. Her little spaghetti arms.
You. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us.
Why is this spitting here?
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
With a steel
Stop
chair.
saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Enough to have caused trouble.
This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay.
It's okay, she's into us.
Who gets us another us? Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay. Alright, so that's 6 options. Option number 2. We're gonna appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. It doesn't work and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
We skew.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
We found the one where we unlock all the voices, I suppose.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time.
My
That's all we
word.
need.
None of this is working. Think.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Oh, thank Jiminy. How many times do we die in that? Oh. That's new.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if? Throw it out the window.
That's a good idea.
Over my dead body.
We've had many.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot.
See?
I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a
Bernhard, I think we broke the game.
Yeah, they're all the same.
What have these dice done to me?
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Ah, we always wanted to be a
There are
top.
entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh, smitten.
Climb by me.
Boyo.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yes, please. Let's go.
Are you sure
Speed
you don't
run.
want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
I'm sorry. This is so great.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
I like your can-do
I
attitude.
got something ready for you while you were
You're doing
gone.
great.
Do you want to see it?
Yes. Maybe. No. Wait.
I'm
Yes.
not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Alright, let's do it.
But you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Why does that sound so wrong? I want you to describe her new
Here we
thing.
go. Now.
The princess's
Oh,
skin
dear.
bursts, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Is it a hug?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Is she so shiny?
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her?
Her. Yes. Contrarian.
That looked
Brilliant.
painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
All right,
I don't even need to be here. Like, these guys are doing great.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through the inaction of your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Oh. Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endless building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fears what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am
is an
more
achievement?
than I was before.
Hang on, I want to see the achievement. Water and steel. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Oh. Fun.
Whenever
Oops. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so just a straight D20. Option 10. So it's 13, 12, 11, 10.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky. You will have your rest in due time. And I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I find it impressive so far, just from rolling the dice to do our decisions. We have given it a goddess and a metallic sharp being. Let's see. So option 14. I'm pretty certain that was destroy your body, just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, okay, so we actually had 16.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully leave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers,
I like how sharp
then
she
you
looks.
need not
Like
ask
a little
me questions.
palm. Or a fern. Not a
The
fern.
vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. A Christmas tree of blades. Oh, come all ye faithful. 14. You raise your will to the end of your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
I can't even do myself in.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Just checking out this bladed ribcage, don't mind me. I don't think many of these really matter at this point in time, so we'll just go. I think they're more story lore,
Reflect on what I am.
which we explored a lot of in the first playthrough we did. Everything goes dark. And you die. Chapter 1. Bring the razor full to her. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's just go on to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
You'll find the princess within. She may or may not be armed.
A warning.
She may or may not lie to you.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
And somehow she'll still love you the whole time. It's great.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses. Ignore him. He doesn't.
Now let's get through here. Proceed into the cabin. Alright, who's ready? New round. Let's see what we can unlock.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air of the blade is your implement.
Alright. Evens or oddsies? Oh, we're actually got evens this time. We're going down free, birds.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
I did not mean to
light
say free birds. That's
below.
just kind of what came out.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I'm very excited. Who are we gonna get next time?
Up the stairs.
Who's it gonna be?
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. So we got 6 options. What's it gonna be? Option number 4. We're gonna lie to her.
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs
Yo, what up?
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Now, I didn't bring my friend El Nifo this time.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
But I know where he sits.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot
Focus.
riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Only my
You were
charisma
lying
and
when
good
you
skills.
said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Alright, so we got 2 options. Let's see. Evens and oddsies. He betrayed El Knife, jail for 1,000 years. Oop, we got evensies. I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. The walk
I think
of
you
the
both have
chains
way too
binding the
many
princess to the wall.
opinions on this.
Give them a tongue. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Alright, so evens and oddsies. Evensies. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
And you're
Is
trapped.
someone else here?
Alright, so 3. So let's just return to the bottom of the stairs.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the map.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
I'm in it to win it, though.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her
Get it,
flesh
girl.
from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Alright, evens and oddsies. We have got oddsies. So save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm. Just you cut into her flesh. The blade is
Goodbye,
sharp,
arm.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground. And she didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go, girl.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't
So we
just
went
let
through
her
this
escape
part
the world.
earlier, but we brought the knight down last time, so I'm wondering if this will give us a different route.
Escape into the world.
Because we didn't bring it down this time.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Do it.
Watch me.
Do it.
What are you doing?
Alright, so we're just gonna evens and oddsies. Evensies, we warn her. Oddsies, we slay. That's a 3.
Okay.
Slay, Queen,
No
slay.
going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No, I was totally only lying at the beginning.
Come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces
Yee.
at you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade,
I think
digging it
we
under her ribs,
successfully got
leaving
another
for the
new
heart.
route.
It's not
Good job,
enough
team.
for her.
I'm
You
proud
feel
of
her
you.
claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you.
Gollum, I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach
Pick
the
your teeth
outside
while
world.
we're going.
It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
You close your eyes and you die.
Everything goes dark.
And
you
you're
die.
dead. Ooh, the witch.
You're on a path. You're here.
Heck yeah. Just proceed to the cabin. Let's go.
A warning. Before she will lie, don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin
Ooh.
is a mess of twisted roots.
I
The
like
walls
this
a
one.
chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Let's see what we are going to end up with.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so 4 options. Let's go. Option number 1.
That's because
Didn't say
there
anything
isn't
about the
a
mirror.
There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror, but he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
I trust him about as far as I can throw him at this point. And since I don't even know if he has a body, I don't know if I can throw him very hard. Ah! Almost lost my d6. No! Option 6. No. We'll just mulligan. Option 3. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous, come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it. I'm not lying to you. Use
And there
your
goes
eyes.
the
There
mirror.
is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
What was the
would a
mirror about
even
anyway?
do?
I don't think I
Would you
ever... I
waste
know
time
he was in a
cleaning
mirror.
yourself instead of doing what needs to be done? If there was a mirror a second ago, well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case
Close
closed.
your eyes.
Good
Walk
work.
away. Alright. The moment of truth, boys. Evens and odds. We got oddsies. We're taking a
Take the
blade.
blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well,
We're gonna make a
if we have
man.
weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Into the basement. I like how if you didn't get the dragon and the
door to
princess,
basement
you don't know
creaks
she can
open,
hear it every time you
revealing
pick
a
it up.
Staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here,
I like this. This is
illuminating
fun.
the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Ah,
The
maw
air
is such a
smells
good
of
word.
dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
I actually would love to live in like an underground home.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. All right. Option 3, say
Violence,
nothing.
I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I'd like to disagree. I don't think you actually know who I am, for I am a new person
She
every
must have
day.
you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Maybe if we wouldn't have brought the knife down.
Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
I would like to get everyone's opinion on the
Do
matter,
you
yes?
want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Maybe both.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
But what if she's not a princess
You're the boss.
anymore? I feel like she stops being a princess after a second. Hello.
Descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Absolutely not. I've never even heard of El Knifo. Okay? We just knew each other in college, that's all.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
Winter has come. She's got
acting
the
like two of you
fezzies.
already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Look, that's neither here nor there.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
And we can all be on the same page and moving
Behind us?
forward.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
I mean, she does look like
Don't
she could
talk
use a
to
nice
her.
chat.
You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
You don't know the half of it, ma'am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we got a solid 12 options. Where the hell? There it is. Let's see which one we're going for, boyos. We're going for option number 1. I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry.
I mean, she's on her left foot first.
You're such a gracious little monster.
Thank you.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're down to 11. Option number 3. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned.
That's
you were the one who
false.
started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failures around on the winner.
The little voice in my head made me do it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we're down to the D10. Option 7. Let's go. What trouble can we get into? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. Oh god, we're fucking stupid. The dice have a voice now? Because I didn't tell you to stab her.
You can't be serious.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't...
I'm just rolling here.
What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I.
Abstain. That's a good option.
Abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
She looks like a little imp. Alright. So we got evens and oddsies. Evensies, or oddsies. We're going through with it. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get
Give her the blade.
that, right? Of course, we toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor.
Ah, she didn't even need the
Fall
knife.
from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
You hear that, dice? Make it count.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Hi.
What do you think happens now?
I think I really like all the branches in your hair. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I feel like our fate rests on what this does. Remain silent. Of course you would. Why would you not do anything else?
You and the princess share a knowing look. And then she buries the blade in your heart.
God dang it.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why did
But
we?
you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Pass light gambit. Hand your power to a suspicious character.
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us. Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway. I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent.
Oh my
Maybe she won't
gosh.
be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
I like this
What's
optimism.
another
We're doing
try,
great.
exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice.
Like 8 times. Actually, a whole lot more. The razor got us like a good amount of
You know about
times.
the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Alright. So I'm just going to go with 8 because I'm not going to do turn around and leave. We're gonna try and avoid the strange. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart.
That's the spirit. Don't forget what she's done to you. She's practically asking for you to slay her.
You're damn right. You need 2 to break a cycle of violence, and if she's not playing the same game as us, we've got to go back to treating her like an enemy.
I feel like that voice is gonna change soon.
I'm not opposed to violence here, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Maybe we won her over last time. Who knows? Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy.
Waffle sounds pretty good right now.
Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we? And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time. I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
Alright, so let's just proceed into the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
I don't know if I'd say everyone.
Ooh, look at all the thorns.
You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too.
It's whichever side's winning.
Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
Oh.
is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash.
Where does that even go
Beneath
to?
it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the
This is
wreckage
pretty.
of the old.
I notice a lack of blade.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, is it right? There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon.
That's a good idea.
Smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
What if we just pick flowers for her?
Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
They kind of look like poppies instead of roses. Alright, so evens and oddsies. So evensies, approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us.
Wipe the
Reach
mirror
forward
clean.
and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
Does it count as a basement if there's no
Yes.
building?
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Into the basement we go.
Step through the frame
Who's
of
waiting for
scorched
us, I
wood
wonder?
and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their
What is she
spines
gonna look
point
like, kids?
courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going.
Fiery, I'd guess.
They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade.
Those looks like some big
Truly,
thorns,
her
friendo.
voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
And to be fair, I don't know what I want from you either. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. 1d6 roll a coming. Option 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Can I just talk to you from the stairwell? No? Okay.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the
I figured
smooth
I'd try.
edges of thorns that grow more and more
Never
plentiful
know.
as you make your way forward. You step out into
Aww.
what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess.
She looks so sad.
Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
I mean, not really. I don't know anything. I am kind of an idiot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 options. I see a few of those that really makes us look like we'd be a butthole. I'm gonna be real. We're going with option 5. Will option 5 make us seem like a huge butthole? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Turn and leave.
Really think you could just wash your hands of all of this?
Abandon her
Really
authority
think you
for
could
an
just
innocent.
leave me here?
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer.
But I don't know the right answer.
Almost feels like we're as bad as the powers that be. Is that all it really took to twist us into yet another tyrant? A single ounce of control? It sure feels like it. She looks so sad, bleeding and alone. And we're just turning our back on her.
It's appropriate. We need to. It's fine. Don't think about it. Don't look too hard at her.
Morality into this. There are winners in life and there are losers, and what matters is that right now we've decided to be a winner.
We're gonna bounce. Deuces.
But as you approach the basement stairs, you make a grim realization. The thorns won't let you leave.
Well,
We don't have any way to cut through them. Okay, new plan. We re-befriend the princess, get the blade, and all of us leave here together as friends.
You can't leave without me, can you? Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? This is perfect, actually. Just you and me rotting down here forever, together.
best friends.
You know, just to make sure things are a little more permanent, I think I'm going to take this particular needle out of the picture.
She wouldn't. It's only fair. We were going to leave her with no way out. Please return in the kindness. Thorns slice into the princess's hands, lacerating what little skin remains.
Yo, is she gonna eat it?
She raises the blade to her mouth.
I thought she would just like eat it out top.
Take it now, before she swallows it out of spite.
I thought she was just gonna eat it. Evens and oddsies. Evensies. Do nothing. Let that bitch eat it.
Among the thorns, inert, merely watching as the princess swallows your only way out of this place. She actually did it. She's better at this game than we are, but we're all losers now. Nobody wins. Nobody. She wins if she gets what she wants. And it looks like what she wanted was this. Blood trickles down the corner of her mouth, then flows from between her lips. She smiles.
There. Isn't this just perfect?
Oh no, she got eaten. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's gone.
Memory returns.
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before it feels. You better watch your back. So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help you.
Am I the real puppet master here? That's the real question. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. So I think we have like 2 more princesses left. I think it's 5 altogether.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Alright, so...
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Bring the thorn to her. My word.
You're on a path. You're here. You make your warning. She will. We're not going to go. Ignore.
Let's go. Rock and roll. Speed run. How fast can we go?
The interior of
How
the
much can we
temple
mess
is
this up?
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so. That was an evensies. So we're entering the basement. No blade. Knock that right off right now.
The basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Option 6, continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Ah, we don't need a weapon where we're going. We're gonna make friends. It's gonna be fine. She's gonna be friendly with us. She's gonna like us. We're gonna like her.
Eyes with the princess.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Probably.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on your head.
You gotta focus on the mission. See the mission.
Hi.
It's in front of you.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's see. Evens or oddsies? Evensies. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making... No. You're doing... Walk up to the chains, bind. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Let's see. Quick evens and oddsies. Evensies.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear someone else here.
Option
Your
1.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
But who shut the
You
door?
won't leave until the task is done.
This is the true mystery. We must know. Who shut the door?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Now, I guess we'll just go back
You
down.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic.
It's
rising in
okay.
the princess's voice.
It's not like I wanted to leave
Just
anyway.
get out of these chains. I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Alright. So we are gonna go. It's evensies.
Without hesitation,
Slay the princess.
bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
No, I swear I was not.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I would like to disagree.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
I think she's really angry. And she has legs and arms.
You ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow. She lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her.
Oh, she
again.
still has her hand.
Again,
That's not
your
fair. She
tackle
has
to the
two.
ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
This is clearly not a fair fight.
Trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the
When
princess.
seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well. Your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Alright.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
No, I lack the determination.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
I wish you would blink more. It's creepy when you
I
don't.
hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yeah, she's definitely got some Gollum looks
This
going.
is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer,
That's everything goes dark, and you die. Cue Dark Souls. Chapter 2. The Beast.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to.
Proceed to the cabin. No other questions needed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. I doubt she could have gotten out. That's a very maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
All right. What can we do now?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
All right, option 4, enter the basement.
Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I think we've made our
We'll
options.
just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
I don't call the shots here. I'm just saying.
The door to
I'm
the
just along for the
basement
ride.
creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
No, you can't. I washed
She
today.
sounds almost feral,
I took my shower, dang it.
impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
What is she gonna look like? That's the real question.
The last step is to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
A
The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
I'm pretty certain she's attached to a wall, dude.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess.
If she's just a princess, why are we all whispering? That's the better question.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Now that is rude. I would like to think that we are on equal terms and okay, bye.
The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 6 options. What's gonna kill us today, boys? Option 1. Where?
Anywhere.
All right. So we're at 5. Option number 5. Really, Dice? Really?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Well, we got an achievement from that, so that's all that matters. That works out.
Outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain.
Gosh.
Devoured.
These dice, man.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you. Its
I don't
slick
like
surface
this.
impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Why did I have to be digested?
I told you I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in
Pet her insides. Pet, pet.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Well, that escalated very quickly.
Her muscles tensing around you. And through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Oh, she's forcing us to leave.
She's loose.
She's like, I'm gonna get out of here.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
This game is great if you like Dungeons
I
and Dragons and
learned
choose
from
your
my
own adventures.
You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
Poke her in the kidneys.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we
Ah. Alright, so 6 options. One of them is literally just to wait to die. Option number 3. Claw and bite.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick
Ah.
of your stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is
Oh my
binding yourself,
gosh.
the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can
Ooh.
only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
That turns out can't go out if we're not friends. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 options. What's it gonna be today? Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
I? That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
Everything goes dark. You can feel a churning in the forms around you, then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
Oh. But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns.
Where did she go?
We didn't even get to a 3rd stage.
Try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? What is that supposed to be? Death. Real death.
Whew, man. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it. The next time I see you, each of us will finally...
Alright, so there's one more.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the beast to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Alright, so continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cat, the blade, is your implement.
Alright.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, evens and odds. So this time, we are going to once again enter the basement with no weapon. Alright. What is this final princess? What are we going to end up
The door
with?
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly perforated.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool.
5, 6. Option 6, continue down the stairs. Calm, silent, quiet type.
It would be better. if
Just
you
how I
had
like
them,
it.
But you may still be able to do what you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Only if you ask nicely. Option number 1. Let's talk for a bit.
Okay.
She's so discourteous. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 options. We are going with numero 7. Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
You say a huge mistake. I say a minor mistake. It's fine.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
I know we've done this part a lot, but I'm gonna just keep rolling for it, so.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
We're just gonna return to the bottom of the
You make
stairs,
your
because
way
the
to
other
the
2
bottom
options
of the
don't matter.
stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her, it's the blade from upstairs, or you won't.
Alright, speed run through this a bit. Now the question is, which one are we gonna be?
Fine.
We're gonna save the princess. We've got this, boys.
Against your better judge, you cut.
Alright, get through that flesh. Oh my god.
Sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through her limb falls.
I
to the
can't
ground,
do it.
And the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
And who needs a hand? I mean,
She smiles
hands are
softly as her
overrated.
gaze meets yours. Blood from her wounded arm
What are
dripping
you
rhythmically
doing?
to the ground.
I'm speed running.
How is she still smiling after everything?
This is the last princess, so we're gonna see what we're gonna get. So far, they've all been new, so that's been fun.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Aw, look at her cute little face.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the
So we've
bottom
done
stair, your body steps
4
forward and
random
raises
princesses
the
with the dice roll. I think I'm gonna force it to go a different way, because there's one I want to
This isn't
see.
fair. You can't just do that.
You can't just do that. I can just do that. You can't stop me. Oh. I actually didn't even have another option.
Stop that.
Oh, because it blocks you from doing stuff you've already done. Oh. Oh, it all makes sense now.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
The world makes
Body
sense.
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has
She's
a
got
chance
those
to
high
connect.
deck skills.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this.
She's like, I'm just gonna take this.
She nervously
And I'm gonna take care of
reaches towards you and
this.
takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
The part I love about it is, like, she's definitely keeping a facade, because she has kicked our ass so many times this
Plunges
playthrough.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
But this is the one time she can't aim.
Dead.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. You feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She's so dramatic about it. Like, my bad. I didn't mean to.
Probably not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it?
Look how lovely she
Stab wound
stabs
is
us.
still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I always wanted to be a pincushion in another life.
One last thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor.
She
your
just
blood
got, like, the
pooling
saddest
around
of
you,
faces.
Your limbs unresponsive. The princess
Aw.
stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
She looks at your ruined chest that she made look like
Can't
that.
just end like this.
Worst game of operation.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Alright.
Everything goes dark.
And you die.
You die.
The end.
You're on a path. You're here.
Alright. Let's do it. Straight to the cabin. Let's go.
Warning. Before you, she will lie. She will cheat.
If only you knew what you did to us.
Oh, dear God, no.
villain.
I forgot about him. I forgot he was gonna show up.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
We're gonna really piss him off.
He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Slaying time. Yes.
Last time? What are you talking about?
This is the only one where I'm not gonna, like, worry. I'm not gonna let the dice do it. But when the ending comes, we're gonna let the dice roll and see which one we unlock.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
This dude's so
They must
fucking
be
wild.
expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but don't pay their bill.
Come on, guys, let's get in the cabin. We got things to do. Pack it up. We got knives to pick up, stabbings to be
The
had.
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The
Oh,
only
slay when
furniture
she
of
is
note
almost
an
a
ornate
sketch.
wooden table
Alright,
with a
bet, let's
pristine
go.
blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna
You
take the
the
blade.
blade from the table.
Let's go.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword.
That doesn't look like a
That way
sword.
she'll
Like,
know
it
we
just
can
look like a little.
defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Oh gosh, I'm ready, guys. Let's do this. Rock and roll.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries
Maybe
up
she
the
likes the
stairs.
stone basement. You ever think about that, Mr. Narrator? You're really judgmental.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
I agree with the hero. We just met,
Don't
and
even
this is
know the
crazy.
princess.
But she stabbed me
Still
like
right
99
about
times.
this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember,
You're only
that
in minor
charms are all part
infatuation.
of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Hey,
and
girl.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
She can hear my gumption.
Plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that?
Never fear, my
You
love,
said we're dashing.
for I'm here to stab you. I mean,
Called us a hero.
help
That
you.
really goes
That's
a
the
long way
one.
with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Ah, great job, Watson.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets.
There is
You're
no
just somewhere
mulligans,
else.
there is only
You can't
Zool.
keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
So, random thought, if it's incomprehensible, does that mean that it's not so bad? We can't understand it anyway. You killed me last time, that hurt a lot. Why did you do it? I didn't really care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me? I heard her sent me. It's extremely unfair.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
Not really. I mean, I wasn't
We
quite
warned
fond
her
of it.
The cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved.
And she made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Which is probably for the best, my friend.
Right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Let's see.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a
Man, it's
finger
like
on
watching
her
those
perfect
old
wrists,
movies
and
where the
indeed,
girl's
we
just
won't
like, oh
even
no,
have
it's
to.
fine, whatever,
You
yeah,
see
okay,
how
perfect,
dainty her
cool.
hands are.
I don't
We'll
mind
be
if it
able
makes
to
you
slip her
happy, that's
right
all that
out
matters,
with
right,
no
right,
harm
right?
done.
It's like, meh.
What? No, she's a prisoner here.
Girl, just step on
You
him.
can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extreme.
Oh, God.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like her?
Listening to her.
Let's go, let's go.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
T used confusion.
She wasn't confused for long.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for...
Oh. Wait, how did we make her go sketchy last time? Or we might have already messed it up. Because I think we had to confuse the hell out of her last time. I think we may have goofed. Rescue? Alright.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
We just
You approach the princess
take it off
and
gently.
gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, stab.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
I'm getting hugs. That's all that matters.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the
Oh, yes, we're gonna drive her down.
Don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants.
Break
You
her.
have had her
Break
wrong.
her.
What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I want to do whatever you want to do.
She shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to go to Burger King or do you want to go to McDonald's or do you want to go to Subway? I want you to tell me what you want.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Escalation.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
And I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if...
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
And they lived happily ever after. It's all she wanted. I went too far into the sun. She was stolen. You don't get another chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She was our perfect match. She's gone.
We messed
Where
up.
did
We
she
went
go?
too far.
Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
What is that supposed to do it then? End us all before I die of a broken.
You're so dramatic, Smitten. You're like so dramatic. You are nothing at all, and the crow has come. Are you me?
Know what I am.
Ah. Bernhardt would be a crow, I think. Or a raven. Alright. So we're gonna skip this part, and we're just gonna be like, I don't even need any questions from you. Go back, use autosave if you want. Oh, was there an autosave? Alright. Okay, so this is the one. There we go.
Turn the tip of your blade towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you.
Wait. Oh, you barbarian, what are you doing?
But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you.
This looks like the Sailor Moon drawings I used to do when I was like 6.
Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult.
I just got another achievement. Lady Killer, slay an innocent.
I feel sick.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught, grief-stricken, inconsolable.
Tone up about it, even.
You just saved everyone.
Yes, over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We'll give ourselves a minute.
Excuse me?
Take a deep breath.
What?
And
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart.
Chill out, Romeo. You going extra.
Far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
exactly, you're not doing this.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unfathomable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I don't believe this.
I'm about to cry.
What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. Sorry.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Everything goes dark.
And you die. That was worth it. Oh my god. Oh man.
Path in the woods. You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot
Sup,
get
I'm
to
also
be
here.
blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before.
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
All these
I
voices
couldn't
in my
care
head.
less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her.
Dude, we're not even in the
Take
woods.
us
There's no
to the
trees.
cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further. Though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again.
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo
the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
I mean, I'm getting particularly good at dying.
You've already done it twice.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
You know, that's a
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh. How
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too. Can I?
Oh my god, kids, get a room.
Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods,
Still not
it
woods.
means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's always a good question. Whatever happens next seems like all our answers to the cabin. Might as well get through this. Let's go.
I'm sure you've already heard my... Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Your skull is their room.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly...
I hate
lost it.
I hate that you have a point
I
there.
hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so...
Unstable.
Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control?
You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off.
I've learned it's very hard to just turn off stress.
Whatever happens, happens.
A very stoic response.
What's the point of doing anything if you're not
Ooh,
going
hey,
to
chocolate.
feel a single emotion?
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me.
This is horribly...
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
I wonder if I can make that dramatic and hammy. Ah, dear friends, on the most suspicious moor, I suggest we slay her with the ferocity of flair, our hearts ablaze with the fire of conquest. Shall we not dispatch this fair maiden with the panache of 1,000 suns? I feel like it needs more spitting, and less chocolate in my mouth.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling
That's brilliant, I love
ceiling
that.
like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis.
Are we not going to talk about the
Everything
thing?
here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Sup, girl?
Our beloved. So
You're looking
does-
very translucent today.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone.
Doesn't technically mean she's free.
The door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror.
It's a
The door to
conspiracy of the
basement,
mirror.
the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. Perhaps it's
She has
gone
absorbed it
because
into her bosom.
So deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you.
Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done.
Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon
There we go.
directly into
My
our
apologies.
heart.
I suppose it doesn't
Got
matter why
sneezies.
the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
What if it's like still embedded in her chest, like Excalibur?
You make your way.
You just have to go like Arthur and just pull it out the chest.
You must think you're looking at that
The
mirror
Maiden of the
earlier.
Lake doesn't give it that way. She just pulls it out of her chest now.
It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
I am all I've ever been. Absolutely nothing at all.
The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us.
No way left to go but down.
I really want to know what it would have been like to be in a recording studio watching this kind of
The
interaction.
basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow.
She looks so sad.
There she is again. My love. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
No, come back. Sorry about last time. Are we good? Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here.
You receive.
I'm sorry about last time. We good?
Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Of course she's livid. And with good reason.
You
Alright,
aren't.
calm down, Romeo.
You scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. Thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up.
She is alive and well,
Sound of a
and
slamming door
translucent.
and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch.
Yo, is Friendo about to set us
So
ablaze?
that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she is.
Oh, she's gonna set us on fire.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
Well, it's stone, never mind.
Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying if we want to?
Exercising.
Death neutral.
Seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
I like that he has that optimism.
She hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice.
Oh no,
I
she
missed you
wants us
too,
dead.
my
I can
beloved.
sense it.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
That is actually very true.
Torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable
I knew it.
years of desiccation, immediately catches
We gonna get toasted.
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us.
I say we burn with Why did you close the door? Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? I'm going to burn. Are you mad at Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry. Rush for the blade, rush the door. So we've gotten to a new part, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because I don't really know. I don't know where this is gonna go. And I don't know how it's so we're going with number 3. I'm going to burn.
I'm going to burn too. And then we won't hurt anymore.
She's right about the last part. Burning doesn't hurt forever. The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
You know, that's actually true. We have not burned to death before. We've been digested.
Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
I think Oblivion's overrated.
Because I want to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
Alright. I think Smitten might have a thing here.
Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
Yeah, in a bad way.
She just has a unique way of expressing things.
The heat grows
My girl's so
intense.
unique, she just tries to stab me sometimes.
Practically feel your skin sizzling already. If you're going to try and stop her from killing you and destroying the whole world,
I wonder if we look good right now. Fire makes a lot of things look good. I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in the dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
I don't want to burn to death. We don't have to, right?
Burn with the witches. Burn through the witches and burn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Rush for the blade.
As you rush up the stairs towards the princess, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You push through the flames, trying to ignore the choking hot air filling your lungs.
Aw.
You manage to reach her, your hand
She
wrapping
looks
around
sad.
the hilt of the blade. The metal is already blistering hot. Your hand sizzles as it melts on contact. You can't so much as pull away, your nerves seizing up as they're fried. The bones of your hand.
Oh, dear.
The princess, smiling warmly as her skin bubbles away, places her hand on yours and clutches it to her chest. The
pain is unbearable at first.
Oh, this is escalating.
Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel.
Oh, that's got to be unpleasant.
See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad.
Somehow, nothing is so much worse.
You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
Is this a love story?
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
All right. But despite your best efforts, you do not die. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
But then there's that mirror.
All right.
I would have kept. What is that doing then?
Goodbye, guys. You have to go away now. Only I can go forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all.
I think you know what I am.
All right. All right, we're going to speed run this guy. Destroy the mirror. We don't need no questions answered. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet, a vast and essent God. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. One last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Whoa. Hello, my queen.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
All right, kids.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I missed you too. Alright, so we're gonna go back to our dice. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. And number 2.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two,
To 2. He gave you
a choice and me a role to play. I am not down,
I like how, like,
but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
so the weird part is like, destroying her means no death, but the entire part of this, the whole point of this game is like, we could never die. We just kept redoing it over and over again, and that sounds like absolute torture. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. Option 8. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. I want to break free. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield. I love you. Take her hand. Hell yeah, I'm down. Let's go. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. We're gonna go to the growing grass place. I still like they just use grass blades growing. You are free, and she is with you. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
I like this little face. It's shy. It's like looking at me all shy and coy, like, hello. Let's step into the infinite. Let's go, baby. You, me, the grass. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you've always been, and just as you always will be. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and... let's see. I'll do that. Oh, I don't... Well, that probably didn't matter. Whatever. Through conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no new endings, only new beginnings. Alright, kids. We did it. We got our happy ending of never-ending, constant cycles. Good times. That was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed letting the dice kind of do it. It led to some interesting choices, which it's kind of funny how it managed to now fight to see her perspective. I mean, I don't even need to, like, me as a person, I understand it. Like, life without death, life without suffering of some sort is a very strange life to live, and it seems like one you wouldn't truly ever appreciate. So, like, trying to see things from his perspective is the hard one, in my opinion. That was fun, though. How many memories we got? So we've gotten a lot of the princesses. We are only missing a few. I like that we accidentally got the god. That was fun. Accidentally. Just, not accidentally, but we didn't know. Man, there's still so much to unlock in this game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm probably going to play this more on my own. Or we could do another one to collect these last couple of princesses around. But that's going to be it for me today. Unfortunately, I got to go do some stuff. And I was trying to speed run it to the end because I have an appointment I have to get to. But thank you all for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. I do really enjoy seeing all the things this game has to offer. I'm not sure if I'll play this again next time. I do have a bunch of games I have to get through. But we'll see. Man, I'm just so flabbergasted. There's so much from that. But I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a great day. And we should definitely just throw the knife out the window. Say bye.